Hello everyone, it's Lee Andrews from Acumen, and today's message about career management is about business acumen. Last night I went to a wonderful SHRM, which is Society for Human Resource Management meeting from the Chesapeake Human Resources Association in Maryland. It was one of the best SHRM meetings I have gone to in the country. It was very engaging. What came out of that meeting for me, though, was a realization. Let me back up a little bit. So for the past 20 some years, I've been helping marketing, creative communications, designers, graphic artists, illustrators, those kinds of folks, and digital designers in the UX space, craft their stories in a way that they can elevate their profession, right? The craft, what they do, increase their income, get the funding and resources that they need to do what they do. And so at last night's meeting, it really dawned on me that HR doesn't have the resources or the capability to help internally do that for all of their people. It's just impossible for them to do it and keep an eye on diversity and benefits and payroll and all these other things that human resources people have to do. So there's no real career, in most companies, I have not seen a real career management focus. Some have succession planning and things of that nature, but there's really not too much to make sure that every employee has the opportunity to articulate who they are, what they do, how they do it, and a way to share that information so that the company can utilize that person's skills wherever in the organization. So here's what we need to change as any profession, and it's particularly within the human resources function. We need to find a way to teach people how to tell their story. And yes, Acumen has a way to do that. The online workshops, 4 hours, 1 hour a week, or 4 hours all in one shot. Yes, that's an option. But what we really want to do is we want to master it ourselves so that we can teach other people to do it, right? And make sure that it becomes part of an organization's culture that you have your stories. But in order to do that, you need to understand business acumen. And this is what I learned last night, is that most people in that room were unfamiliar or uncomfortable with having a conversation around what they do and tying it to the top line or the bottom line. Meaning how they help to generate revenue or how they help to improve efficiencies that reduce costs and improve the bottom line, meaning what the company has after all expenses. So it's really important that we start tying this to every single job in an organization, because that's what's going to help you stand out. So let's talk about three things. Number one, companies have to increase revenue. Number two, their brand has to be in the forefront, in the leadership. A brand has a significant value. Coca-Cola's is in the hundreds of billions of dollars. Brand. And then what have you done to improve efficiencies? Meaning making things more efficient to do within your organization. What tools have you brought in? What processes have you changed? And then the other thing is, so you've got brand, you've got sales, which is revenue, and then you've got the bottom line efficiency. But there's one thing in there that is missing, that fourth element that most people overlook. It's called personal brand equity, right? So I will tell you that working with Acumen for 21 years, there was no person on this planet that bled orange more than I did. So my brand equity for that company was strong, and I was able to pull people and get them engaged with the organization and launch new initiatives. That has value to a company. So what is your personal brand equity involved, on a personal level, but connected to a company? So I want you to think about those things, and here's your assignment. Answer all of those questions. What do I do to affect the top line, bottom line, efficiencies, and what is your personal brand equity for your organization? And if you want some personal career coaching, the first step is to learn how to tell your story. So take the storytelling workshop. It's under $300 and it's a 4-hour session. So you're getting a great deal. I'm not out to make millions on this. I need to teach everybody how to do this so that I can retire. So that is my goal. And I'm not retiring until I know that the majority of people around me know how to do this. And then when you have those questions answered, enroll for the storytelling workshop and let's get your story together. Okay? That's it for today. Have a good one.